Okay, so we have the cards the right way now. Look at that. Ten of Swords energy. You flipped. You're flipping. You're walking away. Look at that. See, isn't that pretty? We're going to do pretty cards today. I just flipped the camera around. I will say hi, though. Hi, everybody. I didn't want you to think I'm not here. I am here. This way they're backwards. Okay, but you won't be able to see me, but that's okay, right? Okay, so with the Ten of Swords energy, under the Ten of Swords energy is the Three of Cups energy. So what do we want to do here? They're walking away too. The whole theme the last week or two has been backs towards us, from the cats to people. And I'm drawn to the tattoo on her back there, where there's three balls. Okay, so we've got Three of Cups and Ten of Swords. All right, and that's the bottom of the deck. So we want to celebrate our walking away. We want to celebrate our walking away. And then we have on top of the deck, we have the World card. The most powerful card I can pull from the deck. And I'm drawn again to the bottom there where you see that same kind of marking like that was on her back, in a way. Okay, so when I say flip, now she's facing forward. She's left the past, she's left the toxin, she's facing the world, she's in her bubble, she's fully protected, and she's saying, guess what? I have flipped the tables. I have flipped the scores. 2-1, 21. That's my birthday number, 221. Okay, and then we have 3, and that was the Three of Cups, the celebration energy. Okay, back to the 3. We have flipped. All right, so no longer Ten of Swords, no longer with our toxins, or at least we have a plan to get out of our toxins, right? Okay, so the delusions, the moon. The silence, underwater, the silence. You hear the silence when you're underwater? Flip and come up out of the water. 8 and 1, 18 card is 9. Okay, so, and I just said 9 of Pentacles, and I saw a car coming in right before I put up the card. There we've got a white bird. There's Holy. I'll show you Holy here. Gets his own TV in his own room at night. More cars going by. Okay, so the 9 of Pentacles. 9s are an end. 9 of Pentacles is abundance. Everybody's talking about a big event happening. Everybody's talking about all these big things happening. We've got celebration card. We've got 9 of Pentacles card. But we did get the silence before it all happens with the moon card. We're underwater from all the illusions. I'm drawn to the light coming into the water, down into her. The light shining from the moon. I kind of like seeing you guys here, having you see me too. So then we've got the Knight of Wands. So stay creative. Stay creative. And let's get through this, okay? The Knight of Wands. And then the Hierophant wanted to show himself, even though there's two cards in between the Knight of Wands and the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the most powerful card I can pull from the deck with the World. Wow, huh? Stay creative. What's the two cards in the middle? Justice and Seven of Swords. So justice for all the deception. So if you can come up out of the water, follow the light there, come up out of the water. I'm drawn to the wolf, the white wolf howling, and the black wolf, duality. Come up out of the water, because justice is getting paid for the illusions, for the deceptions and the illusions. Wow, that's great. Hi, soul sister. Okay, now we're going to pull a different deck. We're going to pull my favorite deck, which is the Mage Tarot deck. And instead of flipping it all the time, I'm going to go ahead and keep it this way. Been doing it so long this way. Okay, so bottom of the deck, the Emperor. We had the Hierophant and the Emperor. So stay in your divine masculine energy, and under that is the Magician. So they want you to stay creative and magical. Stay creative and magical. Okay. And then under the Magician, we have the Nine of Cups again. So remember, repeating messages, Nine of Cups again. You're going towards all of your wishes and desires. All right. And then Leah texted me and said she's back home. She was off the grid for a while. So welcome back, Lee. Tower moment. Okay, it might feel like a tower moment after being off the grid and now having to get back on the grid. But yeah, the tower moment's happening for everybody. Let's see what it consists of. It consists of the Smoking Gun card, my Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. With that Justice card, it's just saying that the tower's coming in and the lies and the deceptions and the illusions are going to be in the forefront. And look at that, the Death card. Now, earlier they wanted me to tell you in Astro, they wanted me to tell you that if the Death card comes up, to really focus on the Death card. And the reason for that is because there's going to be a lot of, again, animal deaths and people death. I'm talking physical. Yep. Physical deaths. Because what's going on right now is we just went through, here's my white crystals. We just went through a big wheat and chaff. And there's going to be a lot of people that can't handle the frequency. So they're going to go to where they need to go. Animals too. So if your pets die and your friends die and your people die and everybody's dying around you, they said that's going to be happening. And I don't usually talk like that unless I feel it, right? Otherwise, the card is usually about transition and rebirth and going into a different phase. But this is physical death. Lots of physical death. So Abdul, hi. We are good. Thanks for asking. Okay, and then what are we doing? We're putting a death to the past. This is nostalgia. Some of you have been feeling a lot of nostalgia because you're closing it out. It is over with. The past is done. The illusions and the deceptions, we're coming up from the water. We're coming up from the silence. for our victory, Three of Wands. You had the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands. Victory, victory, victory. And I'm drawn to the moon again. See the big moon in the right? Okay, what that is that signifying illusion and lies. That's what the moon represents. The moon is one big space station. Your broken heart, your Three of Swords energy is gone. You're riding on badass success, Six of Wands. Badass success, you're on your motorcycle, you have victory. You have your faith candles in the background, you have victory. And Ten of Wands. You're not trapped anymore. You've busted out of that. Tens are the end. A lot of people are going to jail and dying though. I got to keep telling you both parts because we're talking about you and others. And that was another reason why you were supposed to get rid of your addictions and you were supposed to get rid of your toxic friends and jobs because shit's hitting the fan. Judgment. What did I just say? Didn't I just say shit's hitting the fan? Judgment. Judgment is very serious. And we had the Justice card too. She's got her baseball bat. This is the Five of Swords. And you know what? Five of Wands. Five of Swords. I'm hearing both. And the challenges, she's got her baseball bat. And guess what? She took care of business. Yep. The manifestation, Three of Pentacles. You see the Agent Smith. Purple is higher spirituality. She's manifested. She's left the matrix. She's kicked ass. And it's judgment time. So that's basically the energy. It's basically just saying that it's judgment time. The tower's coming in on the people that need it. And that's why I said to you, it's time. We got 10 more days approximately left in June. Not that I do time, but I'm mentioning it for a reason because there's a lot happening. Planetarial ways. Astro tells me to mention time here and there. We got another tower card. This is my tower card. It's the fire signs. Right back to the tower picture, right? And we have divine perspective. So keep your mind in mental clarity. Keep your mind on the bigger picture. Seeing outside of one's ego. Keep divine perspective. Now, if we're going to show the cards, we can go back this way. And then you can read it. There you go. Divine perspective. Soul searching, isolation again, circumstances, seeking the truth. Truth is coming out everywhere. Now this was in reverse, my grounded card. So what are we being warned about? We're being warned about deeply rooted beliefs, being stubborn, driven to succeed, and focused determination. That card was in reverse. So it's the opposite of what it's saying. That's just telling me that you're not determined enough, you're not focused enough, and you have deeply rooted beliefs that must be smashed. You're stubborn. You don't want to get rid of, oh, but I've always believed that way. And also in reverse is unique personality and expressions. So you want to stay the way you are because you've always been that way. That really has got to get smashed. We need some divine intuition, dreams, premonition, third eye, clairvoyance. This is my High Priestess card. She has her crystal ball. Use your intuition. Okay, so you're actually too grounded, meaning you're too stubborn. You're too driven to succeed and you're too focused, but on the wrong things. Okay, so they're just telling you to use your unique personal experiences, be you, be authentic, okay, and then move forward with your divine intuition. So that's the only warning that we're feeling. Otherwise, everything is going from silent to a tower, from being underwater to coming up out of the water, catching that breath. Okay, so the tower is coming. I can feel it. You can feel it. Everybody can feel it. Look out for mechanical responses too. You don't want to fall into the matrix and just do what they do. Oh, I've always done it this way. Oh, that's the way it's been done. No, we want to break that cycle. You're not letting your guides guide you because divinely guided was in reverse. So we need to let our guides guide us better. 17:17 on the clock. So here we go. It's one of them energies that is just like flip. You don't know what's going to happen. You're going to be dizzy. You're going to flip, right? Just like I've been flipping, right? You don't know what you're going to see next. You don't know what you're going to do next. This is what I see out my window. Okay, you guys, I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening.